Should be live by now. Woo! Feels good to be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Binge or Cringe. I am your boy Ideal Tone, and today we are going to get into something a little different when it comes to Binge or Cringe. We usually stick with the anime genre, which has, when you think about it, anime has a lot of different genres within itself. But today we're going to go something a little bit different. It's still animated, but it has that dark finesse to it that, that more regular series, like drama type series have. So without further ado, before I announce what we're going to be doing today and what topic in the show, let's introduce my cast. So today we have the legendary Risky Summer.
Hello.
All right. We also have my boy King Cryptic.
What's going on, kings and queens?
You can actually see him moving today. You have the boy, the one and only Latex Worm.
What that butt do?
Oh.
And you're not even subscribed? How did that even happen?
What?
I need that as an actual notification sound. That'd be freaking.
Yeah, that would.
What, you're not even subscribed?
Yeah, that's a sound bite right there. I'll take that. Going back through the recordings later.
Yeah, you know what? Cryptic definitely used that.
Next video is gonna be you.
And the one, the only, the great grandfather of anime, Cobalt70.
What up? What up?
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Thank you, man.
The world's smallest hands.
The world's smallest.
It's his
Listen,
finger.
I
I'm
ain't
the guy that
president.
was in the Whopper commercials back in the day. Quit messing with me. I got small hands.
Oh man, this is all right. Today we're going to be, if you can't tell from the background, which amazes me, and I think everyone here can agree. Not many people have seen it, but I really think most people will enjoy it, whether they like anime, animation, or any type of cartoon or not. Love, Death, and Robots. Okay, that's the topic for today. And the reason why I say that, I don't know why. Like, I'll talk to people who have watched it, but I also talk to people who have never seen it, but heard about it, but never gave it a chance because they say, oh, it's cartoons. No, it's not your typical type of cartoon. It's something that's way beyond that. If you are an avid lover of the series Black Mirror, I feel like you would enjoy this 100%. What do you guys think?
You know what I compare it to?
Absolutely.
What'd you say?
I compare it to the aspect of, what is it? You know how the art style of the Ghibli Studios movies,
Yes.
any of their
Yes.
series, they change?
Mhm.
It's like that. And that's what gets me, is just the different art styles that they have.
That's true. It's broad. And the best part about it is every episode is artistically different and animated differently. And they're not the same story every episode.
Well, if
Nope.
I'm not, I could be mistaken, check me on this, but I'm pretty sure they hired different animators to animate every
Oh yeah, different
Every episode.
studios did everything.
Mm-hmm.
They hired the best studios that they could find that did a specific different animation style.
What
the guy
I
that
would
did
like to know
yeah.
is what made them choose the animation style they chose for every episode. Because like the ones that were more realistic, I think they chose them to be more realistic because of the I guess more harsh overtones that they had.
Mm-hmm. I think
I wonder if it had more to do with the artistic decisions of the director that worked on the project. I think the studios themselves specialized in.
Was it different
that
directors
specific
though?
style. Absolutely, absolutely. Each one of those is different director, different fucking studio.
I knew it was different what would you call it? Artist or whatever.
No, it was definitely different studios. You could tell by the animation. And I think by the way the stories were delivered. That's just me though.
Gentlemen,
And I felt like they chose studios that prioritized in that particular, style.
Specialized in the specific style that they did.
All right, what do you got? What do you got to say, Cryptic?
Real quick, brothers. We got 2 people in the chat, and I wanted to give them a shout out. The first one is Berserk.
Hey, Berserk!
Because he's being salty in my chat.
He's being salty in my chat too. You know what he just said? He gonna write. He gonna say poop. Like that's all he said is poop.
Another one is my friend Stacy.
Well, hello.
What's going on, Stacy?
How you doing, Stacy? Thank you for joining.
To the discussion of the worm gods.
Okay, that's all I.
All right. Continue. So, all right. Let's get into it. So, well, first things first. Risky, you got anything to say for your opener?
No. I'm just super excited to be doing this, man.
All right, cool.
I loved it. I've been a big fan of Love, Death, Robots since it came out.
Bruh, it's one of my favorites, man. So, all right, so let's get into it. First things first. What is the bottom line thing that made you watch the entire series? Besides the obvious, which is the different artwork.
The promo.
The promo?
They came out with a promo. It was on a couple fucking YouTube channels. It was just like, because it was coming out, and they started with the one that's actually my favorite, and you had a couple clips of a few other ones, and I was like, oh my god, this is right down my alley. This is everything I love about animation. I'm gonna watch this for sure. But
okay.
I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it for like a month and a half, and it was one of you guys.
I think I told you to start watching it whenever I watched it.
Yeah, I think that was Dinky because Dinky reminded me. Well, Latex reminded me.
And I want to say Risky is actually the one that got me into watching it because I think he watched it first and then told me it was really good.
Both of you were the ones that raved about it to me. I'm like, oh, that's right. I didn't. When you told me what it was, I was like, oh, I didn't equate it to the promo that I'd seen. Then when I saw that first episode, I was like, oh my god, this is it. And I got super excited.
This is the thing.
All right, so the promo for Cobalt. All right, what about you, Cryptic?
So my thing was whenever it popped up in front of my screen, it was because I had just finished like another anime.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been a big fan of anthologies. And that's what you're saying with it being like Black Mirror, is that it's one of those shows where every episode is different. You can jump in wherever, and it all has one overarching meaning, but it's told through a lot of different stories.
Right.
And I forgot. I was really trying to think before it got to my turn, so you got me off.
Oh, my bad.
There's something back in the day, and I can't remember what it was, that did the same thing. It was something on Cartoon Network.
Do you guys remember Animatrix?
It might have been. It
What was the
something
name?
like that. But every time they did it, like they would do it in an episode, and it was kind of a trope that you would see in cartoons. And I always liked those episodes when they did like a bunch of different stories because they ran out of content for the main story or some shit like that. Like in Family Guy, they do that all the time.
Oh, they do that all the time in Family Guy. There's no episode that's canon in Family Guy.
No. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying.
The most canon thing in Family Guy is the chicken and Peter fight. That's the most canon.
That's the canon thing in Family Guy.
All right. What about you, Risky?
Well, I just had a few buddies tell me about it when it first came out, and that first episode, it's definitely what kept me.
Right.
But I think you were right, Tone, how you said that the episodes change, because I rewatched it, and the episodes are definitely not in the order that I watched it originally.
Yeah, so here's the thing. You're right. I was right, but I was a little bit off. The way it is, the episodes for everybody are in the same order in the list when you're looking at it, but when you're watching it, it jumbles around. It never's the same order. Like, you know how you just like let Netflix just breeze through episodes? Yeah. It's never in the same order. It jumps around. So that's what's like So that's what makes it really
That's
cool.
gotta be it, because the first one has always, like, every list I've seen has Sunny's Edge as the first one.
Yeah, so it jumps around after that. Once you continue watching it and you just don't go back to the original list, it jumps around.
Okay.
I think that's really cool because not everybody has the same experience when watching it. You know what I mean?
And by the way, it's not a different studio for each one. Like, Blur Studio did 2 of them, I think.
It's not. It seems like it is though.
No,
About to
3.
say,
I'm
I thought
rolling through.
that it was the same studio that did all of them. It was just they hired in different people to do certain things.
Well, that's
No,
actually
what they did. What is common is they did have the script was written by one dude, Philip Gillette, and he did a
Okay.
lot of the scripts.
oh,
I
okay.
figured all the stories were made by the same guy, but I thought that everything was more or less produced by the same people.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't seem like it. Maybe the same company, but it definitely seems like there's a bunch of different aspects coming from different creative minds. Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking on the list right now. I'm seeing like Blur Studio, Blow Studio, Pigman TV,
Oh wow.
Studio La Cachette, Unit Image, Red Dog Culture House, Abel and Baker, Axis Studios,
Rooster Teeth. Say no.
Blackish Image Studio,
Yeah,
Sony Pictures Image Works, Passion Animation Studios. Like an individual did the Blind Spot episode, and that's the one where they're in the heist, and that was just by an individual.
Yeah,
not
I
even
forgot
a
about
studio.
that. That was nice. That was actually a really good one. And you got any more to say, Risky, or is my turn?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I haven't went.
Oh well. Go ahead, Latex. I'm sorry.
The thing that got me to finish and watch all of them was each of them was short and sweet, but they all contained so much of the elements you would expect from a regular series or a regular movie. It had
Right.
a good beginning, a good plot point, and a good ending. And it resolved that plot point by the end of it. And I really liked that they were able to jam pack everything in such a short time.
That's true. It was
all well written short stories.
for sure.
Mhm.
Very entertaining at that. Like you were just able to breeze through it like clockwork, and it kept your attention. Especially like one of my cousins, he watched it, and he probably has the shortest attention span in the world, but it was perfect. For me, it was definitely the fact that everything was different throughout the entirety of it. Like it kept changing. It drew you in every episode, no matter if it was your favorite or least favorite. It still drew you in. You know what I mean? Like everything was different. Yeah. The stories, whether it was the story or the artwork, the animation style, like it drew you in every time, and it just pulled you. Like, okay, I gotta, even if it's like I'm not really in, it's not my favorite. I gotta see what happens. I gotta know how it ends. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and like one thing about that is, even if you didn't enjoy it, the longest episode is what, like 12 minutes or something like that?
17 minutes.
17
17. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like you're sitting there for 30 minutes, destroying yourself because you're not enjoying it. And like, there wasn't an episode that I downright didn't enjoy at all, but there were least favorites. But like, that's gonna happen in anything.
You know what? I just thought of an analogy. You guys ever like watched on YouTube the like Academy Award winning shorts? Like
God.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You guys have gone, see, Ezra knows what I'm talking about. You go down that rabbit hole and then you just start seeing short after short after short. It's kind of like what Overwatch and what League of Legends does, where each hero has their own little like trailer story.
Yeah.
That's what Love, Death, and Robots does for me. It like expands those really good stories out, and it still keeps it compact. Like what Latex was saying is that it's such a good quality, and the storytelling is just so adequate. And it's perfect. It's perfect.
Well, it's very hard for you to jam pack a lot of things into a short time frame like that and still get your point across in every spot.
And then
for
do
them to be able to do that,
yeah.
that's a genius of a not only writer but I guess technically director, because
Yep,
Mhm.
absolutely.
they would be directing when and where things would be pinpointed, and like
Right.
that, just that alone blows my mind, dude.
Yeah, because
Just like
think about it.
There's a lot of skill involved in that.
Like think about it. It's hard to find that balance between too much and too little information for a series. It really is. Like, because if you have too much, you may lose the audience because not everybody has a long attention span. If you have too little, you'll lose the audience that want to see more or know more or get confused because there's not enough information. It's hard to find that balance, but I feel like they did it perfectly in every episode. Like it kept everybody's attention, whether you have short, long attention span. It didn't matter. Which is why I'm still shocked that not that many people, but not many people have actually sat down and watched it.
Well, it was pretty obscure, but it was lucky that it came out early in like Netflix's rage of series. I mean, we had Altered Carbon going. They had a bunch of different animations that they were just throwing to the market, and they didn't have a whole bunch out there yet. They hadn't bought up a bunch of studios, and so it was sort of their foray into that industry.
Sorry, 1 second, Kobo. Berserk said, "Love you, boys. You complete me. Enjoy, brothers." I had to.
We love you too, Berserk.
I just had to.
Love, my brother.
But shameless plug. Go buy my boy Berserk's book on Amazon. It's
Oh,
called
for
The
sure.
Hardest One. Go buy it. It's a
The
good
hard-
story. A good
the
Syrian man
hardest.
who deserves a good woman.
Yeah,
The
man.
hardest one.
The hardest one. Yes.
HEARTEST.
EST.
Yes. No, seriously.
EST.
Seriously, definitely get it. I'm getting my book this week.
Bought it today.
I
I
think
didn't even read, and I'm gonna get it.
Grim already got his
They
book.
have it up for sale already. I gotta go
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah, you could buy it on Amazon. Yeah, actually, he could buy it on Amazon. I think Grim got his book as soon as it dropped.
Look it
He
up.
sure did.
You can find it by looking it up.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, it's right on Amazon.
Serious, and that's Berserk Publishing.
And I told him, like, bro, he was like, bro, I appreciate you getting it. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna read it. Like, I'm definitely gonna read it. Like, I'm not just gonna let it gather dust. I'm gonna read the crap out that book. But moving on. Next question. Before we get to the good, what is your least favorite episode? And be honest. This is gonna be. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of back and forth, but be honest.
I'm pulling up the damn wiki because I got to go back and look.
I'm just bringing it up on Netflix. Right on my phone.
I'm afraid that because Netflix with the auto trailers, and I don't want that to show up on my desktop audio.
Right.
On stream.
I was about to say, just mute your mic when you pull it up, if anything.
All right,
It'll do
so
it with my mic. My desktop audio is different.
you know what?
It's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one, and I'll tell you why. Because every one of them has a redeemable quality about it.
Kobo, we're not doing this today. We're not doing this today.
I know what my favorite is.
I need pictures.
My absolute least favorite. I know what it is.
All right. Anybody has their least favorite ready to go because they can go first.
I do.
All right, go ahead, Nikki.
Okay, before we get into this section, I would like to say, if you have not watched the series, do not continue watching. Spoilers will happen. You have been warned. This is the time to opt out.
Good point. Thank you for that. Like Latex just warned you. You have been warned. But guess what? It's been out for almost a year. Screw you.
Also, the rewatchability
But on
of
the
this
same
season or of this show
Not
is
everybody
excellent.
watches Gold first time around. So, if you think
Sure don't.
it's something you'll be into, please opt out right now and go watch the series and continue watching this.
Yeah, because for the most part, so far we've been pretty vague. So, hey, while I was looking up
That said,
Love, Death, and Robots, I did not know this was online. MFKZ is on Netflix. I love that movie.
Okay. You want me to
So
say
me
my
and
least favorite? Because I
yeah,
got
you
it.
can go first. Yeah, you can go first.
But no, we're least favorite. Least, not favorite.
Yeah,
Least.
least
Don't
favorite.
honk you. Thank you for the follow.
My least
I'm
favorite
sorry, go.
would have to be the fish episode, where all the
Alright.
fishes come out.
What?
Like artistically,
I was gonna go there first.
artistically,
Mm-hmm.
it was beautiful,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it was so stupid to me. I'm sorry. There, like every other one, there was like some logical reasoning for whatever was
Like a
happening
moral
to happen.
or something.
One second,
Yeah,
Dinky.
and-
1 second. I'm sorry. Berserk. Stick around. We're gonna get to why you should really watch it. Just stick around, bro. It will tell you exactly why you should definitely start watching it. Continue, Dinky.
We get to the foreplay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I thought that was so dumb because like there was, I guess, kind of like a don't fly too close to the sun type of
Yeah,
thing
Icarus Wing.
involved,
you know?
but like other than that, I thought it was so dumb. It was just like, come on, man.
I-
Like
yeah.
everything else was gold, and then they hit us with that, and I'm just like, ah.
I will. You know what, Dinky? Funny thing is, I'll agree with you on that. I will.
But like,
Yeah.
what doesn't make sense to you in that one, Dink?
It's not that it doesn't make sense to me. I just felt like it didn't stand up to any of the other ones. Like if
All
I
the
had
other
to
stories
choose a
are
least
pretty
favorite,
strong.
like that one was more artistically drawn to, like that's why I was drawn
Mhm.
towards it, was because the artistic value of it. But
Yeah.
other than that, I didn't really get a sense of any reason why I was watching it other than shit's just happening. There was no reason for it. It was just like
Yeah,
shit's
there
just
wasn't
happening.
a lot of story. There wasn't a lot of script. You're just witnessing this event as it unfolded. And there
Yeah.
wasn't really any backbone
Yeah,
to
it
the
was.
story.
But I mean, they set you up for that type of stuff in that episode to me though, because they're like, if humans have ghosts, then why don't animals? And then all of a sudden they just blow you away with that. Like that's why I enjoyed it.
But here's
Like, it's not my favorite, but I definitely did not like it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't like it, but if I had to choose a least favorite,
Yeah. Remember, for the most part, I will say this: I don't think any of us hate any of them. I think we just have
no,
least favorites.
There was no episode that I was like,
So-
wow, this was shit.
Yeah.
Like, but there were episodes that I liked less, and as a second, I didn't really care for the Fox episode.
All right.
He's
He's
going for two. He's going for two. We gotta penalize him.
That's all I gotta say
you
about
are
it. That's all I gotta
penalized.
say about that.
You are
I
penalized.
got one. I got one that's either one of those though. I didn't like the third episode, which was The Witness, and that was the one where the
looping
chick-
one.
The loop. I did not
The
like
loop.
that one as much
Okay.
as all the other ones. It was a cool concept, but like I said, or like you were saying, the episodes had some sort of deeper meaning to them. That episode
some
was
sort of
just
value
mindfuck.
that you could
like
bring back from it.
right.
But
Some sort of
Visually,
value,
though,
but
that
it was just
stunning. Like,
What the
the
heck?
witness was
But I
good.
thought it was
No,
cool,
visually it was
It was cool
stunning.
looking.
It was cool.
the twist was
But
definitely unexpected.
I will agree with Cryptic though.
Mhm.
It was just a continuous loop. So it was like
it
what
was just
there-
watching something happen.
Yeah.
You didn't really know.
Yeah, that was more
why.
like Twilight Zone-y.
And that what I think would have closed that episode out is if we would have gotten an understanding of why that was
It
happening.
was looping.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
if it would have closed out with like any explanation, I don't care what it was, because there's a million of them.
Not even that.
But-
We don't even know how the loop started. Not why it was looping. How did it start? Like, as soon as the spoiler. Soon as she died,
pretty
he was
sure
there, and then
it
as soon as he
started-
died, she was there. It was weird. Like,
I think
where
it
did the loop
started
start and
with
end?
her trying to kill him because of how it ended. Because he's just trying to talk to her, type of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I think it flips between them. The first time he kills her, and the second
but
time
the
she
first-
kills him.
But the first go around that we would have taken note of,
It's her running. Yeah.
would have been her trying to kill him and him saving himself by killing her. The same
Yeah.
instant she was in, but
Yeah.
the cycle before then.
Yeah.
But the thing
How
is,
about the visual element of that episode though? Like
I
the
thought it was
mocap
very
on
comic
point.
booky, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. Very entertaining.
I thought,
like the comic book
as an art
style of
snob, I was a huge fan of how they did it. Like the lighting was fantastic. The couple of those shots, they were totally CG, but they managed to create that atmosphere of an urban environment beautifully.
Right.
So I definitely enjoyed the art style of it, but I can understand why you wouldn't.
I like the
it would be his
transitions that
favorite.
it kind of took too. Whenever like he was kind of like running through the streets trying to chase her and stuff. It was very I don't really know what to compare it to, but it almost reminded me of like high quality, game cutscenes. Like if a game were to be shot in that art style, that I feel like that's what the outcome would have been that art style.
Right.
And like that transition. Because
That was actually
I really
written and
enjoyed those
directed by the same
transitions.
dude.
Okay, that's good. It was, but all right. Well, that's actually so we see we're leading for that. But we agree we like the visual, but we feel like the story could have been better. That's why,
Yes.
and that's why Cryptic chose it as his lead.
Yeah.
Who is next? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead.
That out.
I'm gonna go ahead. Me, my least favorite, which the thing is, I say was least favorite because it was kind of goofy, but I enjoyed it anyway. Like I said, this is just my least favorite. I didn't hate it. The yogurt. The yogurt.
Yeah, yogurt was kind of crazy. I do gotta admit that was pretty funny.
The yogurt. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that
what?
one was just off the walls, but like, I gotta give it to him. Who else can make a story that you want to listen to for 15 minutes about yogurt?
I know, but it was the fact that the yogurt became sentient, and then the people were so dependent on the yogurt. They did it, but here's my thought though. Why did the yogurt ever rot and die? like the yogurt never rotted and died. Like is yogurt still? It blew my mind. Thank you, Chris. It's so sustainable. It blew my mind. Like, and then the governments and mostly the American government was so stupid in this thing. Which never mind, I'm not going to get into that. It was so stupid that the government they was listening to them, but they didn't follow the yogurt said follow the plan exactly. Do not derail from the plan. When they derailed from the plan, what happened? Like everything except yogurt's own state, which was Michigan, that it got from the government, was failing. Michigan had its own economy that was booming.
But remember, at the end, the person was like, if the yogurt was that smart to know that could be a possible outcome, couldn't they be smart enough to know that we wouldn't abide by their rules?
Well, they were. So like the yogurt was.
So the yogurt knew that they wouldn't abide by the rules that they had set. That's why they did it.
Yeah, because
so that they could, ultimately succeed against everything.
Because the yogurt was conniving. It was more than sentient.
Yeah, you think of it as self-preservation.
Yeah, it had to save itself because it knew that it was created by something more than it. And it knew that it could outsmart it, more or less.
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't have any type of attachment to anything materialistic. Because I feel like that was the main outcome with everything was just,
Right.
Well,
they were
imagine
trying
if
to
you were that
save
smart
different things.
and you were that vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think it would have been easy for them to defeat yogurt if they needed to.
True.
So instead, they gave them an outline of how to fix everything, let them make their own mistakes, but used that way of getting them out of it as a way to get their own location to grow big enough to where they could take off.
That's true. Because they definitely went.
Never comes back to save us.
Well, the yogurt did leave. When you think about it, the yogurt was like, "Screw this, we out. We got what we wanted. Like we gone."
Yeah, it saw 2020 coming and it was out.
It was like, "Oh wait, COVID is coming. We out. Peace, deuces." Who wants to go next?
That's right. You want to go? I'm still on the fence with two of them.
Yeah, I can. So I definitely was on the fence on two of them too, but I'm gonna have to say my least favorite is probably Blind Spot, the high speed chase one.
That's what the cyborg type things, right? Cyborgs.
Yeah, I definitely started I get to that episode.
Three dudes, or like with the three dudes and the one chick robot.
Yeah,
and their brains were backed up. That one.
Yeah, I saw there was no point of that. It was a high speed chase. Like there was just point A to point B. Like I got bored in that one.
I understand.
It be like that.
Which episode was that?
That was the one with the 4 cyborgs and they was doing the ice on the train.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
everybody
yeah,
dies,
yeah.
and the new guy didn't know that they had backups for everybody and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new guy was like in the dark, which was kind of messed up. Like they could have told him that he had a backup.
No. You don't remember how it ended? He said you should have read your contract.
Oh
It was all in
yeah.
your contract.
Oh yeah. That's savagery. It was in your contract.
So, like, he could have known.
That's true.
Because he didn't read his contract.
All right, Kobo is on you.
I'm torn between the same one that Ezra picked and the vampire one, the sucker
Well, then
soul.
yours is the vampire one.
Yeah, we already talked about the other one.
All right. I felt like the art style was way messy, and the story itself was kind of lacking. You know, you had a lot of great story that you could have put alongside the events taking place. That I feel they just missed. It was a missed opportunity. That, and I felt like the animation style was very rushed. You could.
Are you
tell
talking
that-
about Sucker of Souls, the Dracula one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Dracula one.
I thought
That
that
one
felt
was
like
pretty decent.
I felt
Yeah,
like
that
they
was-
keyframed it out, but they never actually. There was no in betweens on the animation style. And I'm an art snob, dude.
Well, I mean, if they
graded
did
me
any
throughout
more,
the
if they
entire
tried to
time.
go any more depth, it would be like a 30-minute episode.
That's true.
Well, yeah, it was 13
That's
minutes.
true.
You know, so I mean,
Yeah, and
But-
that's what everybody needs to remember. That's the point of a short story. It's not gonna give you the whole story. Like they want you to want more. That's the point of a short story.
Which
Oh,
Not only
absolutely.
that, I feel like in a short story they want you to kind of develop your own, thesis on it and everything. They want
Yeah.
you to kind of, imagine
Fill
it
in
for
the blank.
yourself.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
fill in the blanks, of course.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like to me, saying that there wasn't enough, that's not an excuse to not like it. Like that's on you.
No. The number one reason why I didn't like it is because of the animation style. It graded me as an artist. As someone who does animation, I had a tough time with that episode.
Okay.
Hmm.
Understandable.
I'm sorry,
you're
like
right, it did leave-
4K Cobalt.
It's okay. I hear this a lot from him whenever I play like 2D platformers and they're in like 8-bit or 16-bit. And he's just like, I'm just like, it's more than the graphics.
All there was to play in the 80s was 8-bit, okay?
We got
Played
to.
so many
I'd rather
8-bit
play a
damn
good
games.
8-bit game than a terrible 4K one, okay?
Well, I kind of agree with
not wrong.
Latex on that
You're
one.
not wrong.
Yeah, I'd rather play a crappy game I'd rather not play a crappy game that's in great quality.
I've gone back and played Contra so many fucking times, it's ridiculous, alright? So I understand.
Are you implying that Contra is a crappy game? Hold on. Let's not
No.
involve this conversation because we're gonna get derailed.
Yeah,
If it
we're
was a
definitely.
crappy
No, hey,
game,
hey,
why would I
hey.
go back and
We're gonna
play
get
it?
derailed.
Cobalt, stop
Oh,
talking for once.
Oh man! All right, so we all just said our lease, but before we move on to my next question, I just want to say shout out to Cryptic with the fidget spinner, and he's going in with the fidget spinner.
I have a bunch of I like to sit here and fidget. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hold on. Let me just see this.
And you know what? I never paid for a fidget spinner. I found this in a fucking Walmart, and I'm sure some 5-year-old kid lost it, and I'm not giving this shit back.
Yeah, look at the fidget. That I ain't gonna lie, his fidget spinner is dope. It's dope. Wait, all you?
That skills.
I'm telling you right now, if I have a little kid come to my damn service desk asking about a fidget spinner, I'm gonna tell him where you live.
It was years ago. They're not even popular anymore. It's all about the cubes.
Yeah, I like the fidget cubes. I was thinking about getting one.
Don't start about cubes, okay? I can pull out the cubes. We ain't gonna start.
I'm be honest with you, cubes are kind of 50-50 for me right now. After the release of, I don't even want to talk about Smash Brothers right now.
I'm talking about Rubik's cubes.
I'm talking about the cube blockhead Steve.
I got a Rubik's cube and a Game Cube. I can pull whichever one you want.
All right, so.
But what's the next question?
Next question. Favorite. Your favorite.
Let's start with Ezra.
Yeah.
Oh god. So I have to go through these real quick because my favorite, and I believe is also Cobalt's favorite, and I know he's gonna want to talk about it. So I'm gonna say 3 robots. 3 robots is my favorite. I freaking love those 3 robots.
Right.
I could watch an entire season of them just transversing the world after we've destroyed it. I agree with
Dude, right? They're freaking hilarious.
They are.
Freaking triangle robots with their freaking.
Yo, she's a savage.
Draw offs. It's just ridiculous.
Yo, she's a savage. She was like, "Oh, you suck," and then I'm like, "It's just like what? She doesn't care." Like,
that's a good choice.
And then the one that's supposed to be like the off-brand different Xbox that's evolved.
Yeah, that dude's funny.
He's hilarious.
I just rewatched that episode actually yesterday, and freaking the little robot when he's talking about he comes from like a long line of baby monitors, and they're like, "Yeah, I wasn't very good at my job."
Or then when he said,
"I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom."
All right. Or when he put the ancestry of whatchamacallit, what's it called? The Xbox one.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't know what your ancestry is. He was like, this is your great grandfather. And he was like, look at it. He was like, well, what are they? He was like, you don't want to probably look up your ancestry. They used to gaming consoles, shootings, RPGs, teabagging each other. He was like, what's teabagging? I was like, and then he looked at
why would you do that?
It just made me laugh because I'm like, what if that is the future?
We are the past now. Oh
man.
Yeah. Good choice.
All right, Kobo, you could go ahead. We're waiting on Cryptic and Latex.
My favorite is always going to be that first one. It was just, I love that dystopian fucking dark style. And
Sonny's Edge.
Awesome. Sonny's Edge. Yep.
Oh, dude. See, that's definitely my favorite, but I knew we were going to have to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Freaking, I love that one so much. Those monsters fighting is just, it gets me going.
I'm be real with you.
The twist was great.
That's the best one, and it's the first one, so it captures you. So, and I didn't choose that one because it's like, all right, it's one of those things like where you talk about certain genres or topics and stuff like that, and you're like, all right, let's say if you're talking about Disney and you're picking a favorite Disney movie, Lion King's a given, so you don't pick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. So like, that's why I'm like, all right, yeah, I can't do that. So I'm not gonna. That's why I didn't. That's not the one I'm choosing. But yeah, no, Sonic.
I am sorry.
All right, so yeah, no, you good. Kobo just said Sonny's Edge, the first episode with the monsters. That's his favorite.
Yeah,
okay.
when they go into the battle arena and they're walking through that corridor.
Could you recap on whose episodes or whose favorites are which episodes?
We only did Risky and Kobo so far.
Yeah.
Okay, what was yours, Ezra?
Mine was the 3 robots.
Okay,
That's right.
Yeah, that one's really good. Say
We went off about that one.
Yeah, we did. I'm just like I'm gonna say it again. I think my favorite
Girl
part.
robot.
I think my favorite
Girl
part when they was
robot, so
researching
good.
their ancestry, and then the Xbox off-brand researched his ancestry. He was like, "What's teabagging?" They were like, "Don't look it up. Don't look it up." And he researched. He's like, "Oh, why would you do that?"
Show me this.
So no, continue, Kobo. If you got anything else to say.
Okay. Yeah. Only thing to add is when they were going into the arena and you see these fluorescent lighting tattoos all and like on them and their clothing. That shit looked so badass. I was like, oh god.
It was
The
good.
almost like black light type tattoos. Yeah. Well, I don't think they were really tattoos. I think it was more battle paint.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was still pretty fucking cool, you know. And that little element added so much to the visual aesthetic of the whole episode. I just that coupled along with the theme, you know.
Yeah, man.
But you
If
know,
they made a game out of that, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
Oh, if they made a game out of Sony's Edge, it would go off the shelves. It would be out of stock in a week, like maybe less.
Let studios get on that, dog.
it makes me feel bad though because it's like the whole premise of the episode is like dog fighting, but you get to VR as the dog. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of rough.
That's true.
They had a connection with their beast, but it's like they get fucked
the
up.
idea of it was messed up, but whenever you found out what the main character was actually fighting for, it gave you some sort of reasoning for what was going on instead of it just being raw violence.
And not only that, when you find out what her edge actually is, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So like it pertains to her, but it doesn't in the same thing because she's putting herself out there. You know what I mean?
Good twist though. Good twist and on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong type twist.
Yeah. Ding dong.
All right, who wants to go next? Favorite episode?
I'm ready. If
all right, go ahead, Kobo.
Nick doesn't mind.
Go ahead.
All right.
So.
No, I'm sorry. I said
he really did.
Look, I'm on my. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cryptic. I'm on my third. Look, I'm on my third beer.
So am I.
I don't even want to say.
I don't. You know what? I want to actually know how many shots have you had?
Well, I'm about to go get another drink.
About 11.
Now I'm torn between, of course, the all coveted episode with the fox in it, Good Hunting, but also the one with the two Marines when they turn into werewolves. And that one was called Shapeshifting.
Oh,
and
see,
I really
I enjoyed that one.
They're both good, and the thing is, I like whenever a show tries to make magic incorporate itself into modern day, or when it messes with the evolution of man, like they take a twist on some key point in human development and they kind of attribute it to magic. Henceforth, when they were doing it with the Fox one, how they kind of went into steampunk age and how that dude went from being like a martial artist / hunting spirits to he had to become a straight up engineer, a blacksmith that was working with all the aristocrats. But it was still that essence that, hey, though magic is fleeting because humanity is just getting so overwhelming with their power on the world, it could still come back and fuck you up.
Yeah,
that's true.
That. It could always come back in just the smallest form. And same with the werewolf one, man. It was just really cool.
What I enjoyed about the werewolf one was that they were fighting for something that they knew was right, but everyone was against them. But because they knew that it was what they believed in, and they gave their lives for something that they knew none of them would really give two fucks about if they died. Like that's what I really liked about it, was like they knew they were gonna die. Like they were willing to die for.
And the crazy thing is, like,
no one would really care about outside of them.
Right, and the crazy thing is, the werewolves obviously were more superior, but treated like garbage.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like whenever it shows them in the lunchroom, they were treated like trash, dude. like straight trash. And then even
yeah.
after all that, what did Buddy do? He saw his own werewolf dude dead. So he goes up and he saw all of his other squad mates dead. So what'd he do? Instead of him risking other people to die to fight them, he went in there 1 versus 2, knowing there was 2 of them to fight. Because if you watch closely, he knew there was 2 of them.
He did.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. He could smell
He
them.
looked at both.
Yeah, he could
He
smell
looked
them.
at both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
looked at both of them in that little walkthrough, so he knew there was 2, and he's told them that there was no one there. So he just didn't want to involve anyone in something that he knew was more dangerous than they could take. So
Mhm.
he was willing to risk his life to save the
Mhm.
people that he fought alongside of, even if they thought he was the most trash. And at the end of it, after he won the battle and put his point across, he left to leave that mark on them, to know that they're down someone that was down to give tooth and nail and fucking die for them. They're down that person now
Mhm.
because of the way they viewed him, and that they have to live with that. I like how deep that was in that episode.
Yeah.
See, I always felt that it was more like a revenge type thing. Like he wanted to kill the motherfuckers that took his best friend, took his brother.
Yeah.
That was definitely part of it. That was definitely part of it.
Yeah, but
I don't think he gave a fuck about him.
The thing I think about that is, if he really wanted them to just die, why in that situation where they're walking through the town with all those people there, with everybody having guns, why wouldn't he have just said, those are the guys, light them up?
Good point.
Well, that's because I think it's because they're all like they hated them so much that he doesn't want them to have the thought of, yeah, I killed him, you didn't.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, like he didn't want them to have that, like, oh, I killed a werewolf mentality.
Yeah.
Good point.
I understand that.
Yeah, because then they could have, that could have drew more on their hate from that.
Yeah, they could have just held that over his fucking head,
That episode actually drew a lot of parallels from how blacks were treated in World War II. They went and fought beside other Americans that essentially at home treated them like shit.
That's true. Like that episode has a lot of underlining.
Yeah, there's a lot
stuff.
Of
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like that has to go with every episode as well. You can find underlying meanings in almost every episode that you watch in the series.
True.
But what is the underlying meaning of the yogurt? We haven't found that yet. We know about the yogurt.
I know. You want to know what the underlying meaning of the look? You know what the underlying meaning of the yogurt was?
It's being too codependent. That's what the yogurt meaning was all about.
It could also be about the human nature.
Yeah.
Human nature is in destroying itself.
The way, or it could be about or it could be about scientists. Stop fucking with shit. Leave it alone. Like, stop.
There's a lot of underlying in all of them. There really is. So yeah.
All right. So who's next? Is it Latex or me? I can go.
I think it's you. Yeah.
It's me. I can go.
Nick, was that yours?
I haven't said my favorite.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Latex. I can go last.
We went halvesies on the Wolves. I like that. I can take that.
Okay, my favorite. I'm really stuck, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Lucky 13.
Which one was that one?
That was the cursed spaceship.
Yeah, the cursed spaceship.
Oh,
to pilot.
Yeah, that was so good. Lucky 13 was so good though. It you know what it is? It was good in an emotional type of way.
Yeah, well, that's why it's my favorite. Like, I have two. I'm torn between them, but I'm gonna have to say that one's my more favored out of the two.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Why is that one your favorite, Dink? Because I'm gonna be straight up with you. That was actually the one that was tying for my least favorite.
Really?
Okay, I would have to say that was
I agree with that.
That was one of my favorites because of the story that it had. It was it was basically, I imagined it as like less of a object and more of a person, all right? Because I had a personality and everything. But think of it this way. It was something that had been given the chance whenever no one else had given it the chance, just because of its serial number and everything. So without giving it the benefit of the doubt, it was frowned upon by everybody and no matter where it went. But the one person that gave it the benefit of the doubt, it was the best ship ever. There was no other better ship. Like in her little arc, there was no ship that had done the things that she did with that ship. So for that ship to pull those things off whenever it finally had given the chance to, even though it was given such an unlucky mark because of it being, labeled ship 13 and everything adding up to 13 and serial number and all that good stuff.
Well, and the 2 crews that had been lost before.
Yeah, but that was because going into it, they had labeled it the unlucky 13.
Yep.
And without giving it the benefit of the doubt, man, like it just, like, I don't know, I felt like it didn't want to help. But towards the end, whenever they would have died, unless the ship blew up, the ship held off its detonation to blow up because it didn't want to go yet. It wanted to say goodbye, and not only that, it knew the strategic timing of when to blow up. You notice it waited to blow up until after all of the reinforcements were stacked on top of it?
That's true.
Yep. That was what I saw too. I was like, it stalled. It held out. It held out for as long as it could.
For me, I did like that part where like it all cool. It had like its human side, I guess you could say. But I always thought of it more as the pilot knew what she was a top notch pilot.
Yeah, like
I put it more on the pilot than I did the ship.
You could also say that. You could also, like, that could totally be it. But like, I feel like with the whole superstition side of it all, I feel like there was more to play than what we were, seeing.
Right.
Whether the ship had a soul or not, it was what the pilot believed.
And the pilot truly believed that the ship
had a soul.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, was better than what everybody was giving it credit for.
Which it was. It was a good ship.
Yeah, because remember, like, before she lost it, she was saying, I got given the chance to upgrade to a newer model, but I didn't. Because Lucky 13, basically has been loyal to me. Can't remember the exact line she uses, but...
Yeah, it was along those lines, though.
It was very heart-touching, and by the end of it, you felt something for an inanimate object. That's something that was weird.
I don't know what, Danky? I didn't. I don't know why. I just didn't, man.
I like your choice, Danky. I do. I like your choice.
I mean, I had another one that was very close, and that was the Russian War, but won't even get into that because there's too much to touch on that.
That is a good one, though.
That was tied for my favorite right there for a while.
Same reasoning, heart-touching. That is why I like that one as well.
Wait, are you talking about the Secret War?
Yep.
The war against all the bugs whenever they found their hive.
Yeah, that's basically Secret War.
Yeah, the Secret War. That's here's the funny thing is, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorites. But that's the one I'm choosing. That's the one I'm choosing.
I can talk about it.
Yeah, that's the one I'm choosing. The Secret War was so good because it was, first of all right, in my opinion, the Secret War was so good because I don't think it did, but it felt like it tied in. Do you remember the other one with the bugs on the planet?
It was the same bugs that they were fighting on the farm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was the same. It's in the same universe.
So like,
all of it's in the same universe
in different time periods. So I'm like,
and hear me out. The time loop episode, not of the one where like they're actually looping, and the one Cobalt mentioned. Not that one, but the other one where the dude's stuck in the tank.
Yeah.
He gets awakened. I think that's one of those aliens.
You think so? Because she
I think it's one of the
thought
queens.
about that.
I think it's one of the queens. It's one of the queens that basically shows pity upon them, and maybe not. I don't know. Maybe some way or another feeds off them because, like you notice she lets them decay until they die.
Yeah. No, she does. She definitely feeds off them. Well, one of them I think died on entry. If I'm not mistaken.
I think the dude that it showed and the chick that it showed in there were still alive, but
Yep.
everybody else I feel like we're dead at that point.
I don't. You know what? I think she was showing pity on those two, the ones that were still alive in the tube. But him,
Oh yeah.
I don't think she was showing pity on him. I think she truly fell in love with him.
Maybe. It was probably the beard.
But yeah, no, like I definitely like the Secret War because I felt like it tied into multiple episodes with the bugs, and obviously that was from. It could have been. I'm not sure. If anybody looks it up and let me know, or I'll look it up. Maybe that was all the same director.
I feel like if it was the same director, it'd be the same one that had done the Lucky 13.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. It was the same script writer.
Yeah, that's what it. That's
the same script writer.
It was the same script writer for those. All right, yeah. Then
Yeah,
it was the Secret War was good. And then it brought out how they came about into the universe, and which actually made sense for because like think about it. That's probably one of the later episodes you watch. You don't watch the first one I seen was when the bugs were on the planet attacking the farms, but then when you see them again well, not the first episode. I'm talking about when you first see the bugs.
Oh, okay.
When you first see the bugs, when you first see the alien bugs, that was the first time I seen them. But then later, when you get into the Secret War, you're like, wait, those are the same creatures. What?
Mm-hmm.
It
that is actually something that you could like. I don't know how you like. I could see someone missing it, but they're like the same style and everything. They're exactly the same. It's just different art styles.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But like, I could see someone missing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of it, none of the storylines connect.
Right.
But whenever you think about it all being in the same universe, then it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed the Secret War for the art style, for how they explain how the creatures came about when they actually found the nest.
Why I love that episode so much, man. And like this was the reason why it was hard for me to choose. But I felt like the sacrifice of the ship was a little bit greater. Which is kind of messed up to think because they sacrificed a whole army of badasses in the Secret War.
Secret War would have been my number 2.
But in the Secret War, the main guy is the father of the little kid. And at the very end, he tells him to get out of here. Get out of here. Go and get rescued. Call an airstrike on this location. Get these things wiped out. Even if we're surviving, you kill all of us to get these things wiped out. That was so emotional for me, dude. That like,
yeah,
it made a mark. Like, I can't tell you how many times I watched that episode in particular. That one and Lucky 13 I've watched so many times.
Yeah,
just because of that, like,
powerful.
I don't know, just that little message is just like, there's something greater than I am. So go and do it.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed that. It was so good. All right, moving on. Everybody went, right? I'm not skipping nobody. Everybody went.
Yeah,
that was the last one.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. This is probably one of Cobalt's favorite. Oh wait, sorry. Mike fell. This is probably Cobalt's favorite part of Binge or Cringe. Cobalt, this is maybe your favorite part. Keep yourself together, though. Honorable mentions.
Listen, it's not anime. I'm not going to go out of control here. This whole episode. Right?
Honorable mentions. Choose 2.
2 episodes?
Yeah, 2 episodes that were like maybe one of your favorites, but not the favorite you chose. right in between, like the two that was right in between what we talked about today.
Okay.
Risky, you can go first.
Okay, so you said 2 honorable mentions.
Yes, sir.
So I really liked Helping Hand. That one was just freaking like so cringy that I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah.
And the fact that she got away, Helping Hand, the one where she's doing the solo space thing.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
yeah.
it
She-
was
She
it was
sprays
hard to
her
watch.
arm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would have to agree.
Broke the
Like
shit.
that.
Peanut butter.
That one was just so good.
Yeah, that's when she was stranded in orbit,
Good
right?
pick. Good pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
and
Yeah, she took off her glove at first, and then she took off
Yeah.
her whole arm
Mm.
because she missed the first time.
Yeah.
Man, that was.
and yeah, that was a great one. And my second one probably would have to be the Ice Age, the one where it's the fridge. They're in the refrigerator.
That was so good.
With who was the actor? I don't remember the
The
actor's
guy
name.
from that
He's
70s
in
show.
that 70s show.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one that played Eric. What's his name?
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Is it Toby?
Is it? No,
No,
it's
that's
not.
not his
That's
name.
not Toby.
No.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, that
We'll
one I
call
really
him
liked
Filbert.
it. Both, but both of the actors that they had playing in it.
Topher Grace.
Topher,
Topher
that's
Grace.
why. It started with
And
a
then the
T,
chick
that's
was
why I thought
Mary
Topher.
Winstead.
Okay. Yeah, but that was a good.
Those two were definitely my favorite, my runner-ups.
Yeah, I would. I'm glad you said Ice Age, Risky. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be my honorable mention too.
I
Somehow,
Hey,
yeah.
that's good. There's only 18 episodes.
mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, we're gonna be picking ones for that have already been picked.
Yeah, but it's just the underlining that we agree with some of them we don't. It's just what that is. All right, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead, Latex.
Okay, I would have to agree on the Helping Hand one,
Mhm.
I believe was the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to agree on that one.
Did you like this one?
Just because of how, I don't know, how dark it was, I guess. Like, you just see her, sat, well, maybe not how dark it is, but maybe how far you would see someone go to preserve their own life. I think that's really why I enjoyed it.
See, that
Okay.
one, I feel like that one has like a harsh reality. Like when someone takes that leap to actually go to outer space like that shit can happen, man. And I guarantee you, we have lost astronauts in those type of ways. And to see something like that happen is just mind blowing.
Yep, whole
Not
conspiracy
only
called the
that-
Lost Cosmonaut. Right there,
Not
dude.
only that, man, like, so many people get lost just from rocket launches alone, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
That
explosion.
alone, it's kind of scary, but like, it's our next step in evolution. But like, I don't know, it's hard. I don't know what my other one would be.
You can pick one that was someone's favorite before.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
Okay, my other honorable mention would be the werewolf one.
It's a good
I
one.
really
It's a
enjoyed the
good-
werewolf one just because of how, I don't know, there was more of an emotional connection I felt that came from it than a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because he was fighting for, his own kind. And not only his own kind, he was fighting for something greater than himself as a whole.
Yeah.
And,
like in the reality of it, he was a freaking Marine,
Yeah.
Yeah, I viewed him as a super Marine, more or less.
True.
So like, and what I thought was the most intriguing part was whenever you really start to break it down, he didn't really care. He didn't really care about the whole aspect of him fighting for his country.
Yeah, no,
The
he's
only
there for a
time-
friend.
Yeah, the time he started thinking about that was after his buddy, whenever they're working out. His buddy said, these guys might not like me, but that's still my country.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like at that point, that's where it gave him the reasoning to go and basically fight for his life without risking the life of other Marines and stuff. Or, well, I don't even know if they were Marines, but whatever they were.
I
I feel like that's what gave him the feeling to not, want to make anyone else feel the hurt, because like he knew that battle he was going into, he might die, but he knew that someone that didn't have the powers he had were doomed from the get-go. And I feel like that's why he chose to go in there alone. And like, just that whole aspect alone, it was just like, I don't know, very heart-touching.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't really think of it like
I'll
that.
give my
That's pretty
all
good.
just to, I'll give it my all just so they don't have to feel the hurt that I felt, or someone else to feel the hurt that I felt. Because like
Right.
even if those guys died in there, their families would have been the product of all that.
Yeah.
They would have been hurt by it.
All right, good choices.
that.
Good honorable mentions. Both of y'all. All right, then we already did Latex and Risky. You know what? I'll go ahead. I'll go first. I mean next. No. Oh wow. By the way, I'm on my next beer. My first honorable mention, the suits. And that was the one on the planet with covered in the alien race, the alien bugs. The suits was
It was farmers.
yeah, the farmers. The suit, she wasn't expecting all that to happen. You're like, what is this about? Oh, there's a breach. I'm like, what's the breach? Like it starts off with you wondering, what does this episode have to do with anything? You know what I mean? You don't know what to expect going in. And then it just hits you with the whole mechas and the fighting, especially like it was that old grandma, whatever her name, I forgot her name was. She was dope. Like they called her, they called her. She was like, "Hey, I think Marge or something." They were like, "Marge, you coming?" She was like, "Yeah," but she did already. Of course, she was coming. She did already killed her whole killed the whole insects that was at her farm. She was already done. Like
Marge,
yeah,
I think.
was
Yeah,
Marge. She didn't kill the entire aliens that breached over to her side. She was already done while they was still trying to kill theirs. I was like, oh, she's a savage.
I like the fact that
My
the series,
favorite
the
person in
episode
that episode.
actually. Hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
The great thing about that was the home style that it had, that it mixed
Yeah.
with that mech.
Mhm.
That was awesome. I
Yeah.
liked how they did that.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to chop you, Dean. Go on.
No, you're good. My favorite part about that episode was the dude that, like, for some reason at the very beginning, you just get the feeling that, like, he was, frowned upon or some way or another.
Oh yeah, the eyeball out.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but the dude that he ends up giving his life to clear the field, he goes nuclear on his neck on his mech just to clear out the field, and like I really like that. Like, I don't know, it was really heartfelt. I felt, at least.
No, he was a brave soul,
well
man.
read.
He was a
Really
brave soul.
well read.
All right, if I had to choose one besides now, if I had to choose a second honorable, hold up one second. Name right now. All right, now this one, I like this one only because like I was thrown off by it. The dump.
The dump.
The dump.
That one was pretty decent.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
dump,
like that
man. I was like, what is wrong with this old man? Like, and this old man, I'm like looking at him, like, what's up with him? He hiding something.
Garbage monster.
Like this, and he was so nonchalant about the garbage monster that ate his friend. Like he was chill about it. Like I was like, huh, this old man don't give a fuck. Like, it was different. It was out there, but it was good. Like I really liked the old man though. And then like the garbage monster was like a puppy. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely wasn't ready to see Wiener in that episode.
I don't remember it. I don't want to remember it.
No, I don't. All right, Cryptic.
Well, I was going to share the dump with you, so
Yeah,
that
go
makes
ahead.
that a little easy. But only because mainly the dump was just whimsical, and I know that this whole time we've been saying that not all of them had like a good little application to their whole story, but having something whimsical just to break up some of that, like some of that deep thinking, also was appreciated. The other thing that I liked too was the Sucker of Souls, just because you have, vampire Dracula, the king of vampires himself, and you just bust out some cats and you're good. And I'm cat daddy, so it just is what it is. You see the crown-shaped cat bed I have in the back of my office.
Yeah, we see it. Salute the ghost because he's sleeping in style. He's sleeping in style.
Well, that's for I can't jump. That's for him. He gets on the ghost gets on the side.
Oh, okay.
That's for the one with the backwards legs.
Oh, got it.
The backwards leg.
You guys don't know about my backwards leg cat?
No.
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 Oh, wait. He go get the cat. He's going on a whole road trip. He went to get it.
Oh, this is about to be
No,
terrifying.
look at Dickie. Dickie, look at Dickie's. Dickie's whole eyeball. He went to get it, Dickie. He's coming back. Yo, look, here he come. Look, here he come. He coming. I gotta see that. Like this leg does this cat really have backwards legs? I have to see this.
All right. This is Hopscotch.
Hi, Hopscotch.
Hopscotch, say hello to the cat.
Is that a new cat?
This is Hopscotch. This is a new cat.
Hi, Hopscotch.
His legs are all fucked up. They're all fucked up. He doesn't even feel them.
Oh.
Stop it. So he doesn't even feel them. They're just there.
Okay.
They're twisted upside down. He also has weird front paws, and he's got he's like polydactyl, but he's the opposite of polydactyl.
He got opposable thumbs.
That is crazy.
That cat has opposable thumbs.
He was brought into the clinic to be put down, and I couldn't put down his little weird ass, so I took him home with me.
Nice kitty.
So he's cool.
I respect Hopscotch. Respect Hopscotch.
Can we get a $250 dono in the chat for the cat?
Definitely. Definitely.
Look at him go. Look at him go. I gotta get him out.
No, did you see the way he walked? He was like, look at who you look. You gotta hit him with the Tony Baker. Look at who you came to see.
Those wheels are cheap.
Look at who you came to see. I'm the cat. You better.
No, they're not. They're not.
Oh, I know.
Oh wow!
Get him set up.
You know what?
I feel bad for how hard I just laughed at that.
You know what?
He looks healthy though. He looks
very healthy.
Dude, he's strong, dude. He has muscles on muscles. I'll post a picture in the Discord at some time. But it's crazy.
He does push-ups all day long. You don't know.
He climbs the bed. He climbs everything.
No, seriously. He'll put it
like a gremlin coming up over the side.
No, he tucks his legs in, right? He tucks his legs in. He just do push-ups with no legs, no hind legs. Just go, just all frontward.
He's fast too, man. It's crazy.
I know he's fast.
You're a good soul for taking.
No, seriously. No.
What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, we was.
I was
sorry.
Talking about my other episode, which was with the cats. So, with going against Dracula, and how you have the ancient evil of the world, and what's more mighty than that ancient evil, and it's just cats. And I thought that was pretty cool. So that's just my little honorable mention.
Oh yeah. They used to feed them what in the episode they said they used to torture him by bringing hundreds of thousands of cats to the castle to let him feed on it because it burnt his skin. if he fed on cats.
Mm.
That's why he was basically tormented by him.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, that's why the dude's teammates were safe in the episode, because they had a cat with them as well.
Mm.
If you remember the episode.
That's crazy. Ultimate evil is cats. Oh man,
They're little shitters, man.
yeah.
But yep.
Yeah, I have to show you our family cats one day. We got Starlight and Fat Louie.
I was about to say,
Fat
I got
Louie.
2 cats here.
Fat Louie, Fat Louie's
I
huge.
can't show you them.
He's huge,
right now.
and
They're
he's
out in the living room.
he's the
It's loud.
biggest, one of the biggest cats I've ever seen. But he's so skittish. He's like very scary.
He's a skinny kitty.
Be like,
Yeah.
Kitty.
Oh,
All right,
little color.
I'll be out.
Cobalt, are you ready?
I am. I'm picking my 2 honorable mentions are favorite.
Okay, that's fine.
The Secret War, because fuck man, that was such a good episode.
Really
You
good.
know, one of my favorites. And then the second is actually 3 Robots.
Those robots have no chill. They are so funny. They have
was
no
just a
chill.
concept
was so good.
and their perspective of the world that existed prior to them, and them kind of pontificating on how we fed ourselves, like the simple shit. You know, it was hilarious, man. I loved that.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah, those 2 are definitely my favorites.
definitely
We've
good
already gone
choices.
off on both of them, so there's no need to dig deeper.
Okay.
They're great.
So I think we've covered a lot today regarding this. We've covered like why people should watch it. We've mentioned things that would get people to watch it that may pertain to some of their interests. Like we've compared it to Black Mirror and what did you compare it to, Dinky? I forgot. Latex. What was that one thing you compared it to? That it was similar idea.
Oh man.
Because I said
Ghibli Studios.
yes,
series,
yes.
Just
Thank you.
how every movie was kind of like a different art style.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. So like, it's just like there's so many different ways to compare it, but it all comes together to make a variety of different episodes that continues on that just sinks you in and hooks you from the rip. Especially like everyone's first episode is Sonny's Edge, and that's a big one. Like it gets like they were smart to put that first because it grabs you as soon as you watch it. And you're like, I gotta watch the rest.
Right.
It really does remind me of Animatrix. For those who haven't seen it, when The Matrix 2 and 3 were being made and stuff, they went out to a bunch of different directors and did the same sort of thing, but all of them were essentially different takes on the world that came to be through the Matrix. And they're sort of like tellings of different perspectives of how the rise of the machines took place. And you have 3D style art in it, you have classic cartoon style, you have anime style, you know, and definitely carried the same template, but I feel like obviously being restricted to one perspective, which was the robot revolution type perspective, made it less awesome than this, because this wasn't even limited by that. All of them had different stories, different styles, you know. So
yeah. So bottom line is, it's a good series. It's a good string of different episodes, different artwork, different storylines.
Watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, man. Like if you haven't watched,
30 minutes of your time, and if you aren't invested by then, don't watch anymore. But it's so short that even if you're not enjoying it, you're gonna finish it.
Yeah,
it's so short.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where like once you start it, you cannot not finish it. If I'm saying that right.
15 minutes, man. Give a 15 minutes episode a chance, and you'll be stuck. Because even our ones that we least liked had qualities that made it great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. like I said, at no point in time did I watch an episode and I was just like, kind of dreading
this is a
getting through
waste
this
of my
episode.
time.
Yeah. And that's even after multiple times watching through the entire series.
That's true.
It's just every episode. I think it has a great deal to do with it being so short. There's just no time that like you're just like, oh man, I dread this episode, because like even if you don't enjoy it, it's over pretty soon.
Yeah, it's a quick
I'm not
watch.
saying I ever encountered that, but
yeah. I mean, like I said, the one that probably was the yogurt, but the yogurt even had me hooked. I was like, what is up with this thing?
Yeah, I figured the yogurt every time I watch it is kind of funny.
Like, what's up with this creature? It's sentient, but it's food. Like, I'm like, did it just pop an air bubble and speak? Get the. But yeah, so I think we all can agree it is a must see. Anybody got anything else to say?
Yeah, I actually the development of the project, it actually started in late 2000s, and they were talking about remaking the 1981 film Heavy Metal. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty trippy. It follows the same thing that we're watching here with anthologies that aren't completely connected.
You talking about that movie like Heavy Metal 3000?
No, it was a
not
cartoon.
With the chick with big old boobies.
That's really important. You just described the entire 80s films right there. That was like every.
It's called Heavy Metal 3000. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, look. Latex couldn't let that one go. He was like, yeah, the chick with the big boobies. You know what I mean? She come on. She had the rack.
And I'm pretty sure South Park made fun of it.
That could be.
Not talking about that.
Let's be real. South Park makes fun of everything at this point.
Heavy Metal Bounty Hunter that they made fun of with that. I don't know.
There's a Heavy Metal 2000.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
And it's it's a follow up to the original, which is Heavy Metal. So,
all right,
it is same universe, but yeah. They did the same thing, different animation styles. All of it was 2D because 1981 CG wasn't really a thing at all. So
because Cobalt. Look at me. Look at me.
Oh my goodness, he's about to show you the eyeball.
God.
Look at
the boobies.
There's a lot of
Let's be real. Love, Duff,
I think I know what series you're talking about.
Let's be real. Love, Duff, and Robot had more nudity than I thought it was going to have.
First episode out the gate.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I said first episode.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, did she just get naked?
Like a Wolverine android chick, I guess.
Yeah. But hey, it was entertaining. It's a thrilling series. Definitely, if you have not watched it, please do.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it and you have Netflix, do yourself a favor. Go watch it. What are you doing?
Yeah,
not even subscribed yet. How did that even happen?
Wait. Say it again so Cryptic can hear. Say it again.
And you're not even subscribed yet? Like, how did that happen? Like, hit the like button or something. What are you doing with your life? And one other thing, you didn't even brush your teeth today? What an idiot. Go brush your teeth.
Gotta make sure I save this clip. Get the stream deck out. Bow. You're not even subscribed yet. What?
All right. So I think we are coming to an end for this. What was I about to say? Crap. Well, there's never an end. Well, yeah, Binge Or Cringe is going to continue.
There will always be an
it's fun.
episode.
There's always I don't think we'll ever run out of topics
because there's always more booty to look at.
Oh my goodness!
Always more anime to
There's
watch.
more anime on the way. Always more anime.
That's true. Always.
We gotta do a high school episode now. Bro.
Yeah, I told you. I told you. I told you.
Got a high school.
I
God of
haven't
High
watched
School.
God of High School.
What did I
yet.
look?
Bro, you have my verve. Watch it with me.
Look,
You have my verve.
look. I told all 4 of you that it was gonna be good, and it is. Did y'all? Who finished it?
Bro.
Who finished it?
I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna finish it this weekend for sure.
I'm just saying. At the last episode, they was giving work. Bodies, hands was being thrown.
How many
I
episodes
told
are
you
there?
about it, Tom.
I think there's only.
It's 12.
I think
it's
there's
12.
only, like, yeah. No, it's one.
No,
12.
I'm on 13. I thought though.
Oh, you're on the last episode then.
Oh, don't tell me that. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I at least know that it's good enough that it will get a second season. So
No, it will.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm shocked about because they was moving so quick. I thought they were going to at least for the first season
Damn, I'm on
do
11. Yeah.
do 24 to 25 episodes. At least that's what I thought. I mean, me and Cobalt was talking about that, and then we thought they was at least going to go that far because they're actually was moving quicker than the actual like manhwa, which like is based off or manhwa. Well, how do you say?
I expected them to not get as far as they did for the first season. You know, the way
You said
they
it's
rushed
based off
through the
the-
first 2 episodes, I expected that was when I was like, okay, they've got to be rushing to get to a certain point.
It's based off. Yeah, no, it's an animated version of the Korean manga or whatever. What's the proper name for a Korean manga? Manga.
You call it the
Korean
first
is
time. You
manhwa
call it
and
manhwa.
No, that's how they.
It's either
No, it's manhwa in Korean.
Manhwa or mangaka.
Manhwa?
Manhwa in Korean, I think.
Cobalt, is it manhwa?
Yeah, I think
Either
so.
manhwa or
It's a manhwa.
mangaka.
Gakugeke.
There's also mangaka, but I don't know which one it would fall under.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Look, I know more Japanese words than Korean, so which I probably should know more Korean words for the simple fact that Cryptic, my mom is big on that.
Yeah.
So
Korean anime is on the rise, bro. It's on the rise.
No, Korean. No, not even just Korean anime. I mean, like Chinese anime. Like Chinese
I
animes.
was about to say that. I
Booming.
wish I saw more Chinese anime.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Chinese anime is fucking fire.
No, my favorite Chinese anime that came out was what's the one the King's Avatar? Oh my god,
Oh yeah, that was a big commodity, you know.
the King's Avatar is
I wonder if that's
awesome.
on Verve.
But I think we getting off topic. But yeah.
Yeah, way off topic.
So we're gonna end it here. Hopefully you guys can join us again when we go live for another Binge or Cringe. I will tell the boys what the next episode will be once we are out of here. But without further ado, I just want to say like, comment, subscribe, follow all my people here. You can follow Cryptic over on his channel at King Cryptic on YouTube. Same for his
Twitter.
Yeah, I was about to say, yep, same for his Twitter. Cobalt or Cobalt7. You can follow him on his YouTube. He does a bunch of different animations and intro designs and stuff like that. He's great. And like he had you
My
got
YouTube, not so much.
You
but
do-
my website, yeah.
Yeah, well, yes.
Cobalt7.com.
yeah, his website. Like he because I gotta get one of those from you actually, Cobalt. You got the shirt still going, right?
Oh yeah, all the shirts are still going.
Okay, yeah, I gotta grab one. I think I saw one that was like
I got to revamp the site this week
okay.
once I'm done with my current project to put up masks because I'll have some kick-ass masks.
Right. And
The ones I
definitely
got up right now aren't as good.
and definitely check out Latex and Risky. Risky, do you still have a Twitch?
Yeah, I still have a
Latex Worm Gaming on YouTube.
Yeah. wait, when did you start gaming on YouTube, Latex?
I thought we were friends.
I didn't. I always see you go live on Mixer or Twitch. I don't see you on.
Wow.
Well, Mixer doesn't exist no more. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, see, I don't stream as much because ever since Facebook.
I mean, I
bought
stream on
Mixer.
Twitch still too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so definitely check them out too. And then like you got that old video you had of you sniping on YouTube?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I got
Okay.
my Crota solos back whenever Crota first dropped on YouTube.
Oh yeah, those are good. Check those out. But other than that,
And I was the first to post the Warlock solo, as far as I know of.
For sure.
Dude, those were the
Everybody
days,
else was
man.
doing it on Hunters or Titans at the time.
Well, Hunter life. Right, Cryptic?
Wow.
I'm just saying, check the tattoo.
Michael Jackson, he's
Check the
How many times you go flawless auto?
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Okay, just because someone solo flawless the pit.
There is
I'm doing
many
this
things
weekend.
I solo
I don't have enough time
flawless.
to do it
You
this
do
week.
not want to challenge, okay, brother?
All right. But definitely check everybody out in their respective fields. So, but I just love how we all come together and just talk about these type of things, and this is something that we all definitely enjoy.
Always a fun time.
For sure. Glad to have you guys. We will see you guys again either this upcoming week, or maybe we'll do an extra one this weekend. I may have, if I have time. We'll see. But I will let all our people know, and I will let them know, and they will let I'll let Cryptic know, and he'll tell his followers. I'll tell my followers, so on and so forth. So definitely stay tuned. But other than that, it's been a pleasure. Glad you could be here, boys. And as always, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made that known. Later.
Bye.
Peace.